Right. But anyway, what I'm talking about with mentalities, um, before I started that last session of Metroid Prime, I had been watching some Steve. So a lot of that last session, I was like in a Steve mindset. Not where I was trying to copy Steve, but I've been listening to Steve, so Steve was in my head. Um, I'm gonna leave that up long enough for people that want to read it. But so like I had his mannerisms in my head, and all that kind of stuff. So I was like, upbeat and all over the place and screamy and stuff like that. Whereas like most of last night and the morning, I've been watching Adam's podcasts with the other two guys that I can't remember their names right now because I've only been watching them for a day. So I'm in this, talk about things that are interesting mentality sort of thing, and I've got the hiccups now. That's great. And I intend to try some other stuff. Like before I start my next session, I may marathon something else for a while, and see what happens with that mentality in my head. It's just weird. Um, I just thought of a thought from the first episode. Um, I'll say it here. Why not? When I was talking about getting a better microphone, the SCP video that I did the other day, where I had some friends over, with a better microphone, you'd be able to hear them. And like, I've got one of my Lefford, one of Martin, my buddy Martin. He's coming over. He's gonna stay a while. He's coming over from Germany for another little while soon. And while he's here, when I'm recording, he's gonna be a part of it. That's just, yeah. He probably won't say much, but but he'll be a part of the recordings while he's here. And with a better microphone, it'd just be easier to handle and stuff like that. But yeah, so I've been watching the tested things, and like I was just like, it's been a long time since I just spent an afternoon on YouTube, like going from random related video to random related video. And somehow, I don't remember how it started. I do remember how it started. I remember exactly how it started. I ran across some music and I sent it to a friend of mine, and he sent me back an 8-bit version of the Pacific Rim theme, and that led me to Adam and the guys talking about Pacific Rim, their spoiler cast thing. That's what it was. That's how I found Tested, and I just started watching some Tested. So I've got that podcast mentality on my brain right now. I like how UMOS has a specific entry. It's not just a Lumos entry, it's UMOS. I've talked about a decent amount of things in this. I'm tempted to thumb through this. It's told that Lumos were not born of Aether, but the stars in the early ages were roaming the great and slowly bathing in the glorious light of 1,000 stars. But a vast number of enlightened minds, the Nakaran, the Yila, and the Chozo among them, we found had claimed each of them, we had claimed the homeworld. We formed a deep bond with it. In time, we decided to do the same. Yeah, okay. So, that's not the button. I won't stop. And silence. I probably won't do too much more on this set alone, seeing as I've already died once. But, I think I'll get into the wastes before I quit, though. But, I've got an idea for a better temporary microphone. I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull it off or not, or if it's going to sound good at all. But, hopefully the next session I do, I'll do with that. Maybe. We'll see. I can't get in there, that's right. Crap. I hate not having my morph ball on. That's a pickup I usually miss. That thing there. I don't think I've ever 100%ed this game. I think I've gotten like 98 or 99 before. I've gotten close, and I think I average 80. But yeah, not only that, but I kind of want to ration myself out because right now I'm used to the game enough that there's not a lot for me that I feel like I can talk about. But at the same time, and on that same page, I'm running out of stocked material to talk about. Because there's a lot I want to ramble about, but none of it's relevant, and that's probably a really stupid argument, seeing as I don't think I've rambled about anything relevant to anything in like the past half hour. But I don't want to go like full random. I want to try to stay focused. Have I scanned these yet? Yes. But I'm trying to be more attentive because I was watching part 40. Wow, I remember that off my head. The episode with the Omega Pirate yesterday. I think it went up a few days ago. I can't remember. But when I was leaving the chamber, I was like, all right, we're not leaving the mines until we find all my artifacts. And I just like had to stop the video because I was too busy like cringing and laughing at myself too hard. Because we all know by now that I didn't do that. And it got ugly with the artifacts there at the end. So I'm striving to do better this time. And I mean, it's one thing when you haven't played a game and you messed around and you've missed stuff like with Steve. But I've played these games before. Quite a bit. I should know better. Is I guess what it really boils down to. There's a lot of this stuff that I'll notice myself doing or whatever, and I'm like, that was stupid. I should know better. I think I'm going to get to the next save point and call it for this first session. Because I don't want to get... I don't know, if I start hitting a stride, I'll do this forever, and I guarantee that I'll just stop talking at some point. And while I don't care, I'm sure someone does. Well, I mean... I don't know, that's another reason that I'm really wanting to do as much completion as I can on this one. Because I feel like I'm not really interesting enough in just my talking to watch that. And on top of that, these aren't first impression runs, which are the reason I like Steve's videos so much, because they're almost always first impression runs. And it's interesting to watch someone's first impressions with anything. So I feel like I've got to have some sort of something. So like the first one, I tried to get through it as quickly as I could and be interesting. And on this one, I want to be interesting, and I'm not going to focus on doing it fast because I don't want to screw up a lot of stuff. Especially in a game that I've talked myself up about so much. We're getting close to the time limit. As a matter of fact, there's the timer. I'll continue rambling in my next episode. No, come back, Control. No!